Welcome to the Battle Zone! This is the Animated Wrestling League, strong and free! Let's get started!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and we will be contesting under high-speed rules. Introducing first, taking his winner on cyberspace. The flyest wrestler in the galaxy,
The newly rechristened Razerhawk! On a night when we are going to have the AWL Joshi Championship defended in our main event, as well as the Canadian National Championship under World of Sport rules in the semi-final. We're going to have a #1 contenders match for the AWL Grand Championship. Hook, Sammy next, suplexes galore, and another high-speed rules match for Rock, Hiroyuki Shota a little bit later tonight. But right now, we have to deal with the fallout of the massive revelation from 7 days ago that Ophidian is now the brains and the power behind the long-running Monster Union.
and this is the opponent, making his way to the ring from the sands of time, being accompanied by and representing Monster Union, King Akira.
The mighty mummy of King Akira making his way to the ring in this definite physical mismatch as we take a look at the high-speed rules. 5-minute time limit, 1 fall, disqualifications in effect, but there are no countouts and falls count anywhere in the battle zone. However, a 5-minute time limit draw is considered a loss for both wrestlers. Last time these two met, it was in a one-on-one match, and it was Razerhawk who came out on top. This time, by orders of Ophidian, they will compete again, but this time under Razerhawk's preferred rule system. The ropeless nature of the high-speed rules does tend to favor the high flyers, the cruiserweights, the juniors, whatever you want to call them. But right now, it's going to be 5 minutes to the fall for this duo. Bang the gong, the match is on. As we grab at the face, and immediately the touch of Anubis, the god of death in Egyptian mythology. And now that Ophidian, a guardian spirit from the Egyptian gods, or at least that's what he was originally, is leading the faction, perhaps the gods of Egypt will begin to further favor the Monster Union. Poison Rana by the high flyer from cyberspace. Or Cybertron on occasion. Collar and elbow tie up over the top rope, down to the floor. The referee watching, realizing he's going to have to get out and get into some of the dirty work here. He does so. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family with a big job tonight. He's going to be officiating matches under high-speed rules, World of Sport rules, and traditional AWL rules, all in the next hour, this hour of power that we are bringing you here in the Animated Wrestling League. If you're liking anything that we're showing you, if you like any of these wrestlers, any of these kind of matches, even the sound of my incredibly annoying voice, please click subscribe and join up with the Animated Wrestling League. I still have a dream of one day having 100 subscribers. I don't think it's ever going to happen. We seem to be stuck in the low 80s. If you could help us out, if you could just give us that subscribe, 2 shows a week is what you're going to get, at least during the regular season. Take to the midsection here, and a pump handle position going up. Looks for, yes, pump handle power slam by the monster of Monster Union. Collar and elbow tie-up, returning to the squared circle. There are no time calls in this match. The wrestlers have to keep the time in their own heads. We've got about 3 minutes remaining now. And the big boot, nope. Ophidian commanding Hebitsky, his tag team partner. We'll be seeing the Den of Serpents in tag team action a little bit later tonight. Nekamusume there as well, cheering on the team. She and Wild Thing will be competing in tag team action as well, as we're going to round up a week's worth of tag team action in just a few minutes. Coming up next is that event exactly. It is this week in tag team wrestling, an AWL tradition around this point of the season. Swing and a miss with the lariat. Razor... I keep trying to say Razor Wing. He's been Razor Wing for so long, but now he is Razerhawk of the Cyberhawks. And, oh, top drop kick. Down goes down he goes. Down goes King Akira, the massive muscle mummy of the monsters, into a cover. And wait a minute, the referee out of position. He only now knows that he's going to try and call it from the ring. He can do that. A massive screw-up by senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family that may have impacted the situation. Less than 2 minutes on the clock now. Collar no, but no, another. He's going for a touch of Anubis again. He's going for the touch. Touch of Anubis! Drops into the cover. 1, 2. Somehow, Razerhawk manages to get that shoulder up before the final and fatal 3 count could be registered. 90 seconds. Remember, a tie is a loss for both men. It goes on their AWL win-loss record. And another, the 3rd attempt in the match. Touch of Anubis. 1, 2, 3. And a slow clap from Ophidian indicating approval from the leader. Capital L, capital T, the leader of Monster Union. First of 3 appearances tonight for the Monster Union stable. Will it be 3 victories? We'll have to stay tuned to find out.
There is only King Akira.
And an unusually exuberant celebration for King Akira. As we continue the show, we are going to have our week in tag team wrestling roundup. That means clips, but that means we're able to get a lot of tag team matches in just a few minutes. Our first tag team match of the night augments House Classic. House Classic, of course, are the most recent Animated Wrestling League World's Tag Team Champions, losing those belts to T49C just a few weeks ago. And now looking to climb the rankings back up to the top of the tag team division. On the other hand, the male augments, but Jigoku Destroy in the ring and Project Tetsu 3.0 on the apron. This is their first tag team match of the season. We're looking to start off on a positive side of the roster. Of course, our tag team rankings reset every season. Individual rankings do not. Tag made to season -65 original. Matt Classic Sr., the original inventor of professional wrestling. And now going what looks like a choke slam. A very modern move to his mind, but you know what? Sometimes you do have to move with the times. Not that often, but you can. Project Tetsu won. Both of these men, former AWL Grand Champions. Both of these teams, former AWL World Tag Team Champions. And now, the vertical suplex, the full vertical suplex. That is a match ender in his day. Matt Classic Sr. picking up a win for the house. Take a look at some of the action. The ripcord drop kick. Very modern, very innovative from the Innovator Professional Wrestling Matt Classic 2. Running big boot as well, but right here, look at this, a full vertical suplex for the win. That is, dare I say, classic Matt Classic. So they go up, they are now, I believe, 2-1 in tag team action this season. That won their tag team title loss. Amy Wade continues her quest to find a new tag team partner, looking to maybe form a tag team with Usa-chan. You see the NR on the top left-hand corner a moment ago. That means non-registered. Not the only non-registered tag team we've got tonight, by the way. Going up against Monster Union's Unholy Alliance. Neko Musume and Wild Thing. Cats and dogs wrestling together it is, folks. Mass Hysteria. And of course, anytime you see Usa-chan, you're going to see her girlfriend, Betty Bubbles, in her corner. So this would be less of a... So if you form... How do I say that? If you form a tag team with Usa-chan, you get a manager for free. Tag made. 1, 2... Sorry, cover for the 1 and 2. Silly me. About 5 minutes into the match, a tag made, actually 6 minutes in, as Amy Wade tried an audition with Willow Nightingale 7 days ago. That did not work out. And while they are not a registered tag team, wins and losses still count on the individual personal records. And Amy Wade, she does not have a lot of losses in her AWL career. This is, in fact, her 34th match, and she only has 3 losses her entire career, including last week in that tag team match with Willow. Fireman's Carry takeover by Neko Musume dropkick. The cat daughter of Monster Yun, who we saw on the side of King Akira just a little bit ago trying to win the match. He thought it was a cat! Tonic! Knockout win with the Catatonic. Another, well, guess this tag team isn't going to play out situation. There's some incredible action that we had to clip out for time reasons, unfortunately, including this tag Kogeki, a double team gutbuster. But in the end, it was the classic Catatonic. The backpack stunner ending the bout. And both of these women desperately needed that win. Wildthing her 37th win, Neko Musume her 31st. They're still trying to get themselves out of Botchamania at the end of the season. I'll say it with them, Viva Monster Union. Another non-registered tag team, the unusual combination of the Spirit Dragon Shenrong and Ninja Mac. Apparently they want to call themselves the Spirit Ninjas. They have not filed the paperwork to be an official tag team, so this is a tryout match essentially for them. They're up against the conglomeration team of Tomohiro Ishii, the Stone Pitbull. Ishii Tomohiro, if you want to be accurate about it, in the ring right now. Tag Kogeki opportunity. Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy on the apron. Of course, at ringside, other members of the conglomeration, Willow Nightingale and the Sussex Chicken. ROH World Champion Mark Briscoe, the CMLL Women's Champion on their side as well, Willow Nightingale. Willow and Tomohiro had a fantastic match in the 0 hour of the All Elite Wrestling All In London 2 event. Orange Punch staggers the Spirit Dragon but doesn't take him down. Drop down after the leapfrog. And a very lazy arm drag, or a very efficient arm drag, I should say, tagged back out to the Stone Pitbull, Ishii Tomohiro. And he's looking for that vertical drop. Brain Buster! The referee saying, nuh-uh, we're not going to continue after that. TKO victory. So that would have been a pinfall, I believe, for the conglomeration. Take a look at some of the action early in the match. A Stun Dog Millionaire. Followed up by the Beach Break. The 630 by Ninja Mac. And another burning down the house. Incredible action. It was that vertical drop brain buster of Ishii. I don't know what the word of the day is, but right now, for these two, the word of the day is victory. And actually, I think that's the first time we've heard Ishii's music in the animated wrestling ring. That's pretty cool. And now our featured tag team contest brought to you in its entirety. The Den of Serpents versus Aussie Open. And this match is a fight for 4 for the Animated Wrestling League. Best 4 for the tag team division. Tag made, possible Coriolis effect, no. That's not the setup. But a boom! Knee kick. Double leg strike combination into a modified ministerial suplex on the venomous, vile Serpent of the Nile, the treacherous Ophidian. Both of these groups, both of these teams, sub-factions within their overall faction. Aussie Open, a sub-team within the United Empire, and the Den of Serpents, a sub-team within the Monster Union. Now, both of these teams are only on their second match of the season. However, because of history, because of lineage, they are being given this fight for 4 opportunity. They're going actually for the number 3 rank, because we don't currently have a number 4 or number 3 in the AWL Best 4. Cover for the 1. Kick out by Hibitsukai. Sorry, but not by Hibitsukai. Ever since Ophidian reshed his scales to that green and black design, it's hard, he looks a lot like Hibitsukai, actually. It's kind of hard to tell the difference sometimes. 15 minutes on the clock for this non-title match. Winner of this match. Oh! Ophidian with a classic wheelbarrow slam. And now, Aussie Open's Kyle Fletcher, the Poison Rana. Looking to tag in Mark Davis. Mark Davis only recently returned from injury. Still trying to, in my opinion, still trying to get his proverbial sea legs back. Still trying to kick off the ring rust. And that was actually, I think, the reason that they are 0-1, Aussie Open is, in the AWL World Tag Team Division. What do we have here? Backdrop driver, and of course Neko Musume, victorious in tag team action just a few seconds ago. And over the top rope, down to the floor. Great body extension on that tope con hiro by Ophidian the Cobra. Going up and down into a one-handed powerbomb type maneuver on the outside. On the outside of the ring, that's extremely dangerous. Not to say Ophidian doesn't deserve it, because he obviously does. Hibitsukai getting involved now. The two legal combatants, I believe, are still Ophidian and Mark Davis. Over the top rope, down the floor on the other side. Kyle Fletcher going to get involved now. I don't entirely blame him. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, as they say here in Canada. They also say, stay the hell away from the geese. They're dangerous. Running head scissors, Kodokan Rana style by Ophidian, tags in Hibitsukai, the Serpentine Sensation, the student of Snake style, I think we can now call him. Ophidian has said, the true Snake style is yours, my son. Use it well as we rise. Monster Union, so far 2-0 for Monster Union tonight. A win here would put them into tag team title contention. Oh, pile driver! What a pile driver! Trouble here. Ophidian going to make the save. 1-2. No, he doesn't. But the referee really slow on starting the count that time. Fans here in love with tag team wrestling. I don't blame them. Up next, we're going to have a number 1 contenders match for the Grand Championship. From the outside, from All Elite Wrestling, it's going to be Hook. From the inside, another pile driver, tombstone pile driver. He loves that move, and Ophidian saw that coming a mile away. That is the experience advantage, having someone like Ophidian on your side. Oh, the venom, the cobra venom. Is that the true Snake style? Is that what it means to strike fast, strike hard, no mercy? I'm starting to believe it is. Mark Davis, blinded, retreats to the corner to try and get that garbage out of his eyes. Ophidian looking on with pride at his poison-spitting partner. A snake fight. 10 minutes left in the contest. Wrestlers heard that as well as you did, and probably better because I wasn't talking over it. Snake fight again, no! Up, down, all around, into the DDT. Kyle Fletcher, a junior heavyweight marvel. Tag made to Ophidian, a junior heavyweight pioneer. And another spinning tombstone piledriver leaps into the cover. Referee in position this time, but so is the Serpentine Sensation Hibitsukai. King Akira victorious tonight, looking on. Neko Musume, the cat daughter, victorious tonight, looking on as well. Belly to back slam by Ophidian, simple but effective maneuver. Ophidian's such an efficient trainer as well. Actually had a chance to sit in on one of his classes at one point. Several things that he showed me about professional wrestling just completely changed my thoughts on a lot of how wrestling works. Drop down, reversal, looking for, I thought I might be looking for that Egyptian destroyer. Mark Davis up and looking for him. He's got the death grip, the Ophidian death grip. Locked in, drags him down, and an immediate tap out.
Now, number two, practice the snake style.
And again, it is Mark Davis that takes the loss for the team.
Here are your winners, Monster Union, Den of Serpents.
And there you see the updated AWL Best 4. We will find a number 4 contender as soon as we can. We've had one high-speed rules match. Let's take a look at another. 2 men looking to climb the ranks in the singles division. And I just got the rundown wrong, I realized.
The voting contest is scheduled for one fall and will be contested under high-speed rules. Introducing first, taking his win the race from the Tales of Sinbad, PAT, ROC, The Rock.
We've already seen one high-speed rules match tonight, so no need to refresh on the rules. The Rock doing very well this season, currently at 31-25 in his overall lifetime AWL record. Puts him at +6. Unfortunately, his opponent tonight cannot say the same. Hiroyuki Shota, who will be joining us momentarily, 22-38, ratio of -16, which puts him second from bottom in AWL Strong and Free. So one man on the way up, another potentially on the way down. See how they get to it. We'll see how this works. Coming up in this high-speed rules match. Now the high-speed rules should favor Hiroyuki Shota. But we've already seen one upset victory tonight in high-speed rules with the super heavyweight King Akira defeating the high-flying cruiserweight of Razerhawk. So we shall see. A man who escaped from hell to climb to heaven.
The Flying Yuki, Hiroyuki Shota.
As I said, 22-38, -16. He desperately needs every win he can get if he is to have any hope of climbing out of the bottom of the rankings by the end of the season. Of course, at the end of the season comes that career-ending Boxomania match. Now, Hiroyuki Shota, currently at -16, he has to get to or beat -7 in order to escape the danger zone, or more accurately, -6. So he's got to get at least 10 victories. He is the Karuban Ozeki of the animated wrestling league. He has to get 10 wins this season just to have a chance of surviving. 5 minutes on the clock. A bit of a tenuous start here, but a caution by both men. And THE-ROC, I spoke too soon. Spell check by The Rock. ROC-BOTTOM, almost for the 1-2-3. But only getting a TWO. Beautiful Hurricane Rana by Hiroyuki Shota. Springboard poison. The ropes won't break anything up, but they are a launching pad in this high-speed rules match. Single leg drop kick right to the side of the head, and the very unusual haircut of The Rock. Almost softening the arms up, maybe thinking Fujiwara armbar at some point, maybe. What is this going to be? Is this going to be a destroyer? Yes, it is! Massive destroyer. We're in Canada, so we'll call it a Canadian destroyer. Why not? It's called assimilation when you immigrate. Actually, I don't know if he actually I'm pretty sure he is here on a refugee status, escaping from the Yakuza group known as Zaidan J over in Japan. They kicked him out, damn near killed him, and he basically had to run to the other side of the planet to keep up his wrestling career. Chop block by Hiroyuki Shota. returning to the orange and green of the Flying Yukis. One of the youngest, actually I believe the youngest at the time, World Tag Team Champions in AWL history. A real Cinderella story. That went south as soon as they got hooked up with Zidon J. Referee coming out into position for the cover. Doesn't even get there. Now these high-speed rules, this is actually pretty strenuous on our referees, because they have to do things they're not used to doing. They have to keep their eyes on things they're not used to watching. Chant for both these guys. Both men with supporters here in the AWL Battle Zone. Standing Meteor, pop-up Meteora into the cover for the 1, 2, 2.5. That was, I think, a cover of opportunity. Hiroyuki Shota realized that the legs had been sprung up, and there we go. There's the submission, his favorite submission. There's the sleeper hold. The ropes will be of no help here, obviously, even if he could get to them, and I don't think The Rock could if he tried. As we're about halfway through the time limit now, that's the only way out of that. Stitch out and try and break the grip. The problem is if you sit out on that, you risk basically dropping your opponent's arm right across your own throat. Amazing, powerful, power body slam-like toss over the top rope down to the floor. Drop kick from the high rent district as well. The Rock into the cover. Referee slow to get here again. 1, 2. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush, the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, getting his steps in, but not in a particularly organized time or fashion, as there are 2 minutes left in this match. Remember, a loss in a tie in a high-speed rules match is a loss. A tie is a loss for both men. Hiroyuki Shota looking for, just a straight-up punch to the face. Miss with the stomp, float over. Does not connect with a DDT. Able to escape the standing place lock. Shining Wizardo! That's a new trick. Shining Wizard for the 1, 2, 3. Kira Kira Mahoskai. Hiroyuki Shota. Shuryo. Yusha. Yusho, I should say. Well, there's a Japanese guy in the ring. I have an excuse to speak a little Japanese, and I love doing it. There we go, the Shining Wizard. Also known as that Japanese move in some circles. Cover for the 1, 2, 3. Instructing the referee to lift his hand in victory, and that is well earned. Hiroyuki Shota a little frustrated by his position, but now he only needs 9 more wins to escape Bottomania. Now we're going to get to our number 1 contenders match. Once again, it is an outsider versus an AWL original, something that's become a lot more common in recent seasons here in AWL Strong and Free.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is a number 1 contenders match for the Animated Wrestling League Grand Championship. Introducing first by the St. Mark's Place, he is the reigning AWL champion. He's gonna kill us for that. And he's the number 1 rank. The Good Party, and
Hook successfully regaining the FTW Championship from the Learning Tree Chris Jericho at All In London, hopefully escaping the Jericho mid-card vortex. In the process, this man has future world champion written all over him, and there's a non-zero chance he could hold his first world title here in the Animated Wrestling League. If he could win this match, go on to face Tiger Mask 2 for the AWL Grand Championship, I genuinely don't know who I would put money on in that particular contest. It just seems natural that the cold-hearted handsome devil carries that FTW championship that is his birthright, and that he has earned many times over. This is not an FTW rules match, however. AWL rules in effect for this 10-minute time limit 1 fall contest.
And his opponent making his way to the ring from Brooklyn, New York, is the number 2 ranked in the AWL Best 4, the Suplex Master, Sammy Nix.
From one international city to another, this is the Animated Wrestling League, strong and free from the Greater Toronto Area, presenting Brooklyn versus Manhattan. If you're wondering where St. Mark's Place is, it's in the East Village, which is part of the Manhattan borough of New York City, New York. The Suplex Master from Brooklyn. And if you think there's not an interborough rivalry playing its part in this contest, you're out of your mind. And of course, we all know a Suplex Master who's going to take at least a little inspiration from the father of the cold-hearted handsome devil, and that would be the Suplex Machine, Taz. Son of the Machine versus the Master, and a great throw to start. Hook, while his athletic background is in lacrosse, he's a fairly skilled judoka for his age. And he is, of course, FTW champion of the world. 10 minutes to decide who is going to face Tiger Mask 2 next week, 7 days from today, in the main event for the AWL Grand Championship. And that will be Tiger Mask 2's first defense of that title. They say a champion is never weaker than when he is making his first title defense. So a huge opportunity for both of these men. Sammy Nix has climbed to the top of that mountain before. He's a former AWL Grand Champion. Hook has never held a single championship in the Animated Wrestling League. He is Mr. FTW, but he has not held any of our local belts. In fact, I'm not sure if he's ever held any championship other than the FTW title. Actually, I'm going to take a look at that right now. Yes, I just actually confirmed that this is the only title Hook has ever held is the FTW belt. Fair enough, still fairly young in his career. He could jump straight to the top of the wrestling world as AWL Grand Champion in a mere 2 victories. Here tonight, starting tonight, only about 90 seconds into the contest, going for the first cover here. 1, shoulder up very quickly by the Season 0 original Suplex Master Sammy Nix, brought into the Animated Wrestling League by, believe it or not, Matt Classic Sr., when he was looking for the best technical wrestlers in the world to teach, to guide the careers of the Technicos. Taking that term from Lucha Libre that simply means babyface, that means good guy, that means blue eye, and using it to actually refer to quality technical wrestling. And they were a fantastic trio here in the Animated Wrestling League. AWL Commissioner loved them. Everybody loved them. The fans loved them. They went their separate ways as a trio when Matt Classic 2 came into the picture, and the father, he was dedicated to being a tag team wrestler with his son. I don't blame him for that in the slightest. Now, of course, multi-time AWL World Tag Team Champions, the New Classics, the 7-time Tag Team Champions, a record. So the massive experience advantage both here in the AWL and overall worldwide to Sammy Nix. Wait a minute, Red Rum going for the submission. That is the big difference here. Sammy Nix, not a submissions expert. The family inheritance, the Red Rum, formerly known as the Taz Mission, did not connect. It did not enough to put him away. Took has won the vast majority of his matches with that move, with Red Rum. That's how he regained the title in London. Now we're going to see the suplex. German going for that triple combination dragon, the 3-headed monster. 3 different suplexes in chain. The X-Plex, the Chimera-Plex. That was the move that won Sammy Nix the AWL New Year's Tournament back in 2015. Nearly 10 years ago, 9 years ago I should say. The next New Year's Tournament will be the 10-year anniversary. 10 years since Sammy Nix won that prestigious tournament. Bit of an exploding suplex here. As Sammy Nix looking to finish this off. He's got a submission move of his own. The classic claw, he's not going to go for it. Goes for the rear waist lock. No, Hook not going to fall for that a second time. Collar and elbow, Irish whip into the corner. As Sammy Nix, with a flying forearm. Springboard into a thrust kick. And an exploded T-bone. And now Sammy Nix going to do something he does not normally do. Go to the top rope. This is not his usual bailiwick. And he wants Hook on his feet. This could be a massive mistake, or this could win him the match. Speed Star style drop kick connects perfectly. Dead center of mass. 1, 2, 3, done. So it's going to be AWL Season 0 Original versus Season 0 Original in the main event next week for the biggest title in the league, and dare I say the biggest title in all of professional wrestling, the Grand Championship.
Here is your winner, the Surfback Master, Sammy Nix.
There you see it straight from the commissioner's office. That is official. Tiger Mask 2, Sammy Nix, Grand Championship on the line in 7 days' time. But we have our first of 2 title matches tonight. Buckle up, this could take a while.
The following contest is scheduled for 2 falls, 2 submissions, and a knockout to decide the winner. And it will be contested under World of Sport rules in up to 5 5-minute rounds for the Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Championship.
And ever eager is the jewel of Lucha Libre. Joya making her way to the ring. Chosen by the AWL Commissioner. This is an open challenge title, no best four, no rankings. Joya comes into this match with a career record of 29 wins and 37 losses. Ratio of -8. Jessica Kidd, nearly a mirror record. 36 wins and 30 losses. Ratio of +6. The Ladies of Lucha looking to make a comeback after a difficult season last season. And a championship win would absolutely do it. We're going to go over the World of Sport rules, or at least our variation thereupon, as soon as Joya makes her way, as soon as Jessica Kidd makes her way to the ring. And there she is, the inheritor of the World of Sports from the United Kingdom. As she insists on calling it the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, she is our Canadian national champion. As we take a look at the World of Sport rules here in the AWL, 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout, 5 rounds, no exiting the ring. To exit the ring is disqualification. A fall will automatically end the round. The 2 disqualifications are in effect, and you must beat the champion. That means a draw does not do it. A 1-0 victory margin by the challenger does not do it, does not win the belt. You must get 2 falls, 2 submissions, 1 of each, or 1 knockout over the champion to become the new champion. 1 successful title defense already of this, the youngest title in the AWL.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of Guadalajara, Mexico, Joya! And her opponent, she is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion. Tonight, making her second defense, representing the United Empire, Lady Smooth, Jessica Kidd. This is an officially sanctioned Canadian National Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Joey in charge.
The fans are strapped in for what they know is going to be a tense contest. The Luchadora is going to be somewhat limited here as the first round begins. lock into the slam. Of course, the inability to leave the ring without disqualification, that is going to severely hamper the high-flying style of Joya. She's going to have to rely on some of her more power wrestling-based moves, including, of course, the Jewel Cutter and the Diamond Flosion. Jessica Kidd, once again, as we saw in her previous title defense against Neko Musume, going for that sort of arm-based offense. She likes to use the double wrist lock as a submission, using that double arm ring to soften up the opponent's anatomy for that move. Shots to the legs from Joya, maybe thinking to disable the white knees of Dover. Jessica Kidd, second generation professional wrestler. There's a lot of kids in the history of British wrestling. A lot of Johnnies as well. Johnny Saint, Johnny Kidd, a lot of them. Into the cover here for the 1, the 2. And only a 2 with 3.5 minutes in the match. In the round, I should say. Just like in our high-speed rules, there are no time calls with only 5-minute time limits. And there's the Jewel Cutter. Rope breaks are in effect here. You saw there was a Diamond Flosion, just as I said a moment ago. And the rope down. Huge gamble, and she slips and falls out of the ring. That's a disqualification. The match is over. Powerbomb counter of what was almost certainly going to be a Hurricane Run. And a second powerbomb. Going to go for the trifecta. Hat-trick powerbomb. We're in Canada. I got to have a hockey reference in here somewhere. Vertical suplex. Joya on the back foot in this, the first round of the contest. Up to 5 5-minute rounds. In the event that we go the full 5 by 5, that will be considered a successful title defense. Again, you must defeat the champion in 2 falls, 2 submissions or a knockout to win the contest. You cannot do this in just 1 round. You can lose it in 1 round. I actually suppose you could get the knockout early, who knows. This means completely different tactics for both wrestlers. For anyone who steps into this, and there's a standing octopus hold, known as a manji gatame in Japanese. Great counter into a drop toe hold by Joya, who does grab the back of her head. You saw that, right? That wasn't just me. Sling blade by the Jewel of Lucha Libre into the cover. 1, 2, shoulder up. Less than 2 minutes remain. And once again, this time only going up to the middle rope to save time. Oh, no water in the pool! About 90 seconds left. Again, this is only the first round of up to 5. And back to that double arm wringer. This could pay off dividends later in this round, but more likely later in subsequent rounds. The wrestlers are given a few seconds of rest. They must return to the corners, and rolls through, looks for that. No, another rope break, a lucky rope break this time, benefiting Joya. That double wrist lock, that's probably the best shot at submission. And again, everything based around the arms here. It's cheesy, it's annoying, I respect that. But it is effective. Here we go, white knees of Dover. He stopped the Waza. There's going to be a knockout blow. That's going to be it. Into the cover. 1, 2. 2 count with 42 seconds on the clock. Collar and elbow. Irish whip. Drop down. Leapfrog. What is he planning? Back elbow. From the only member of the United Empire currently holding an AWL Championship. Diamond Flosion. Maybe not for long. 1, 2, kick out with 15 seconds. Only 15 seconds in the round. One more time, but does she have the time? I don't think she does. Knee drop connects. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is a draw.
This round has been ruled a time limit draw.
Wrestlers must return to their corners. Bang the gong, the round is on. Round 2 of this contest. Double underhook. Suplex, a butterfly suplex as it is also known. And right back. Now that's interesting. We go from the double underhook, which does try to hyperextend the shoulders, into this arm wringer, which does much the same, with the addition of your opponent's body weight essentially sitting on the top of your head. That is what we call the nasty. Couple of right hands. Striking allowed here. Not normally allowed in regular World of Sport rules, but we have to do best with what we can. Great arm drag by Joya, nice and tight. DDT as well, low DDT. That actually hurts more than a standing one because you don't have time to build up any wind resistance. Oh! Ripcord into the elbow strike. And a step on the elbow, and that's actually really smart. If you can disable the... This is going to be an arm-based match. Disable the arms, you're going to disable that double wrist lock submission. As Joya goes up to the top, hits the big splash, connects into the cover. This could be the first fall. 1, 2, kick out. Remember, the fall will end the will end the round. We'll move immediately to round 3 after the traditional between-round respite. And there's the Manjigatame, and that's a submission, a very quick submission.
By submission, Lady Smooth, Jessica Kidd.
The referee says that was a tap out. I believe it was as well. Let's see if we can see the other arm here. We don't, but that was what happened. Bang the gong. Round 3 is on. Joya showing good strategic intelligence here. Easy enough for me to say. As she figures out that if I tap out now, she has to let go. I have to move into the 3rd round, and I haven't lost the bout yet. But this does put the Jewel of Lucha Libre on the back foot. She needs to either pick up a knockout to win the title, or she needs to pick up the next fall. Because if we go another 2 rounds, she's not going to have that option. And you can see that urgency in the body language of Joya, realizing I am now behind. I need to win the next fall. So far in her title reign, Jessica Kidd has not given up a fall. Powerbomb. Although she's only won 1 round, and that was by knockout in the 5th and final round last week to retain the championship, get that number 1 on the belt. And of course, remember the rules of the Contender's title, which the Canadian National Championship is. 5 successful title defenses, you get an automatic shot at the AWL Joshi Champion. Under the rules of your choosing, Sling Blade chained into the drop kick, using her own momentum as a weapon. Ooh! Elbow strike, again completely legal. German suplex into the cover. This would win the bout and retain the title. 1, 2, no. 3 minutes and change remaining in this 3rd round. Of course, the 2nd round wound up being less than 2 minutes. Double stomp from the floor, or from the canvas level, from the mat level. Again, Joya has to be very careful not to leave the ring. Under any circumstances, if she leaves the ring of her own power, she gets disqualified. If Jessica Kidd throws her out, she gets disqualified and would retain the title. So this has to stay inside that 20 by 20 foot AWL squared circle. Jewel cutter. Into the cover. 1, 2. Less than 2.5 minutes. We're halfway through the round. Middle rope. Splash! And she hit her! Jessica Kidd. Nobody there on the clothesline. Looking for a DDT or a vertical suplex. She hits. She wants the suplex. She's gonna. No, she's not. Jessica Kidd able to land on her feet, hits the chop block, takes Joya out at the knees. Maybe not the nicest move in the world, a little bit of dirty fighting, but it does work. And what do we have here? Oh, wait a minute, that's a diamond explosion! Jessica Kidd looking to eliminate her opponent with her opponent's own move. Diamond explosion only gets a 2 in the hands of an amateur. Chance of women's wrestling is going right back to that arm wringer as the setup either for the manji or for the double wrist lock. We've seen her use both so far in the first 2 rounds, and getting the first submission with that octopus hold. Joya seems to be relying on her striking here. Unable to use her high flying to the best of her capability. Up and alley-oop powerbomb. The legs are Nelson, the shoulders are down. 1, 2. Close. Remember, Jessica Kidd does still have that margin of error. She wants to win this 2-0. But she might not if this hits. Diamond explosion! Into the cover. 1, 2. That was close. Less than a minute. This round could be a draw. Fight forever. Well, they're only going to fight at the moment for another 33 seconds. Single leg takedown. And the big penalty kick. And I think that went right to the throat. Cover. 1, 2. Not enough to do any damage. Not enough to retain the Canadian Championship. And now looking for that double wrist lock. If she hooks it in, that's going to be... Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Such a painful maneuver, especially when your arm and your shoulder have been worked over for the last 10 minutes or so. The diamond explosion, that was close. The penalty kick nearly doing it, but it was the double wrist lock. Submission.
Winner of the second fall and the contest by submission in the 3rd round, and still unanimously Canadian National Champion, Lady Smooth, Jessica Kidd.
2 down, 3 to go. And this is what the Canadian National Champion is fighting to get a chance at.
The following contest is the main event of the evening. It is scheduled for 1 fall, 1 submission and knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Joshi Championship.
Two great warriors of the wasteland. Max the Impaler, the National Wrestling Alliance television champion. Heidi Howitzer, they're looking to become the Animated Wrestling League Joshi champion. Looking to end the undefeated streak of Black Tiger Queen. Heidi Howitzer comes into this match with a pretty impressive 15-7 win-loss record. On the positive side of things, at +8. Unfortunately, she is facing someone who is 17-0 and dripping in gold. AWL Joshi champion, AWL Joshi tag team champion alongside the woman who is serving in the manager role tonight, Black Tigress, and actually by the manager rule, oh great. The man I think we can successfully call a murderer. Giant Tiger, the Intercontinental Champion, is here. The AWL Intercontinental Championship, not a floating title, but the manager rule allows any wrestler who is a floating champion to have one and only one manager in their corner exploiting the fact that Black Tigress is also a floating champion as one half of the Joshi tag champs. And of course, Black Tiger Queen also the Summer Tournament champion, the Natsu Taikai Yushosha. That this is all about the top prize in women's wrestling. Let's go to ringside for official introductions.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of the wasteland, the number 1 rank in the AWL Best 4, Heidi Howitzer. And her opponent is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Joshi champion, tonight making her 4th title defense. The undefeated leader of the Black Tigers, Black Tiger Queen! This is an officially sanctioned Joshi Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Joey Babagoosh in charge.
Main event time with a championship and a streak on the line. Will it be this warrior from the wasteland who will end the reign of terror? 30 minutes on the clock. As in all championship matches here in the Animated Wrestling League, save World of Sport rules, obviously. AWL rules in effect. You can leave the ring anytime you like. You just have to get back in before the 20 count. And of course, Champion's Advantage is in play. Oh, front flip leg drop by Heidi Howitzer. Heidi Howitzer likes the spinning pile driver, similar to Kyle Fletcher, as a matter of fact. Whereas the AWL Joshi champion, she likes the Black Tiger drop. She likes the Queen of the Tiger suplex. Known to pick up the odd submission with the Black Tiger Gatamang. Oh, wait, a reversal, sunset flip. No count, no, great counter. No counting on the outside. Oh no, a gut wrench version of that Black Tiger drop, a delayed gut wrench suplex. You must win the match inside that 20 by 20 foot AWL ring in order to become the champion. Oh, and now this is a delaying tactic. This is just stalling. Black Tiger Queen would have zero qualms about picking up her 4th title defense via countout. Plenty of time still, not even at the halfway point. And straight into the bike racks. That metal crowd barricade that's just covered with a thin couple strips of cloth. We got a Joanne's fabric. Elbow drop from the top. Doesn't connect, however. Wait a minute, going for that Japanese Ocean Cyclone suplex. Countered into a poison rana. Anytime you get your opponent up into an electric chair position, that is a risk. Some overhand strikes. Double leg takedown, maybe thinking Sumatran stomp, but abandons it. Going instead for a big splash. Normally, Black Tiger Queen has the height and weight advantage over her opponent. But that's either mitigated or gone in a situation like this. They're roughly the same height, maybe an inch taller, though that could be the ears of the mask for all I know. But roughly the same in the weight department, I think. Missed with the right hand. Collar and elbow tie-up, Irish whip, off of the ropes. Oh! Went for a strike. Some bad timing there. Trying to recover, I think, is... Oh, wait a minute. The chair coming into the ring. That is illegal. If that gets used, that's a disqualification. The referee sees it. This is not a Wasteland War match or a Wasteland Scrap Trap cage. This is simple, traditional Animated Wrestling League one-on-one rules. Now, I don't know what Black Tiger Queen's so damn mad about. She and her people have been known to cheat. Break, says senior official Joey Babagoosh, the famous Babagoosh. Wait a minute! No, just helping her back in. Bending the rules to the breaking point. And what is this? Looking for that pile driver. Down! Tombstone pile driver. Can we have a new Joshi champion? 1, 2, down! Swing and a miss with that headbutt. No fine, as that did not connect. Not that she cares. She'll pay a fine in water and gasoline to get that gold championship belt. The signature red leather of the Joshi division. Here we go! Japanese Ocean Cyclone Suplex, also known as the Queen Suplex. Or the Black Tiger Queen Suplex. Of course, adopted from the legendary Nanami Toyota. Oh, look at this. Up against the ropes, literally. That is the strength and power. Oh, and a fall-away slam as well. The unbelievable Tiger's strength of the leader of the Black Tiger Dojo. Currently controlling all the women's titles and the Intercontinental title. They blew their shot at the tag team title, leading to literal murder. Check that out on the last episode of AWL Hontai if you like. I warn you, not for the faint-hearted.
5 minutes have elapsed. 25 remain.
I don't know how Giant Tiger is at ringside. I mean, he's here because of the manager rule, I get that. But he should be in prison. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, another gut wrench. Delayed gut wrench suplex. Oh, here we go. Here comes the bullshit. Couldn't quite hear what was being said there. Oh, and there's the headbutt, and this time that connects. That will be a fine by the AWL commissioner. Headbutts not allowed in the Animated Wrestling League, not without consequence, I should say. Running cutter by the champion. Looking for another. Oh no, Tiger Suplex! And hits it! Black Tiger Suplex for the win by knockout. Black Tiger Queen laughing in the face of her opponent like the sportsman she isn't.
Here is your winner, and still Animated Wrestling League Joshi champion, Black Tiger Queen!
Black Tiger Queen picks up her 18th win, 18-0, as we finish up for the night here in AWL Strong and Free. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Next week, the Grand Championship is on the line. Until then, I'm Ryu Sensei. Please subscribe. Korede, Marida.